How you doing, my friends? Your Florida History Hunter, and we're taking a short hike just east of the African American Cemetery in Glenwood. I was just curious why at the entryway, there's an open area here. I'm assuming it was just a recent addition as a turnaround, maybe. But I was wanting to get a little closer look and see if that's the case. So, step back into the tree line and let's take a look. And it's pretty thick. Thinking save that for another day. I was hoping possibly there may have been a building here at one time. Seen any evidence of that having been. Sometimes it helps to step back a little bit. There was a fair-sized oak tree right there. It's not there anymore, so let's see if anything here feels like there would have been something here before, and it just doesn't have that feel. We're going to continue east on our walk. We're in an oak hammock. And the road we're going down, the view you got right now is close to the view you would have had 100 years ago. Unpaved, grassy path leading down to the hill overlooking the railroad track to spend eternity. There's a beautiful live oak. And all these live oaks are sweeping, like they're meeting, they're arching. Makes for a real beautiful path. Look at all these red flowers. I think they're really pretty. Get a little closer so you can see them. I don't know if that's focusing in or not, people. We'll find out in a little while, won't we? They're pretty. I like to stop when I see ruts like this, because sometimes it, look at that. Yeah, I thought it was part of a tooth. It's a tail piece of a shell. But sometimes you see these ruts and it digs up the past. I remember there was someplace around here there was the original dirt path. I know it's been hard packed. This looks like the stuff that comes from the beach. When they dredge, they crush up this stuff. In case you're just joining us, the Florida History Hunter, and we are walking east from the Glenwood African American Cemetery. It's a sort of humid, overcast day today here in Central Florida. But the sun isn't out, so it's making it a little more bearable. Oh man, look at this. There's a squirrel that just got hit. Somebody just got hit him because he wasn't here when I came in. Poor buddy. That's sad, man. It always bums me that people have to drive that fast. I think it might have been those people I was talking to in my cemetery video. There's a big tree that fell, big live oak. Plastic. It was black enough to be Macedon era remnant. Yeah. Psych. You never know. case you're just joining us, you're Florida History Hunter. We're walking the road east of Glenwood's African American Cemetery, which was established back in the 1800s. And we're just looking for the remnants of homes or something, or home sites, homesteads that are no longer here. I just got to a spot where there's a lot of fern, and there's a lot of Spanish bayonet, like an awful lot of Spanish bayonet back in there. There's some beautyberry right there. Look at that oldie sign. I gotta get a close picture of that. Florida law, trespassing in this grove provided for a max of $10,000 fines and if there's imprisonment. And that's an old heavy metal sign. Nice. Hope it remains up there. Seems to be a really good sized piece of property. It runs from past that S-curve all the way up. It looks like a ridge back in there. Back in there, like it looks like it goes down a slope. Yeah, look at all this. I think that's Bleeding Heart. We've got honeybees and secondary pollinators. Seem to be coming off a ridge, going down a hill now. Okay, so now I'm looking over the edge, and it's a serious hole right here. It looks like they may have raised the road up a few feet. Oh wow. Yeah, that drops off pretty radically. See if we can't find a way around it. We'll go check that out. See some giant elephant eater. I wish everybody could smell the smells that I'm getting right now with all the wildflowers. And then basically that's it. Now we're coming up on the corner of Church Street, and I noticed that along Church Street that you get a bit of a ridge again, and the ridge is filled with midden shell. That's what this is. So when you see massive amounts of this stuff right here, this is snail shell, and this is part of the diet of the Indians. And this is like legitimate. Just as I'm doing this, some Indian had this in their hand and ate the snail out of here. All the St. John River peoples ate this. And beachside, they ate a lot of oyster shell. Now they had game and fish, reptile. I'm seeing an interesting little piece of glass right there. And that's the rim of an old Coke bottle. So somebody brought this land in. They just started piling up Indian midden. And a midden is the basically the garbage pile, but also a burial mound for the St. John's people, the tribes that all lived through this part of Central Florida. Well, there's a little bit of Glenwood history and American history from the true Americans. So here we got a half-assed bit of a road. Welcome to hiking in Florida, people. This is what you deal with. Or you wear good boots. And I would have to guess that out there where those palm trees are, it's going to be water. But this is the kind of hike you say for the winter time, where a lot of this grass will be low. And check this beautiful cluster of flowers right there. It's all spotted out through there. It's kind of cool. Look at that. Let's go out here a little further. Here's one that's got two different things going on the head. Look at that. You can pick one stem and bring a nice bouquet. And I think I just rubbed up against something that's stinging my arm. That happens. I'd be willing to bet that down in this hole is water, and I'm willing to bet that there's artifacts around this area. Like, just as I said that, what do I find? I find a piece of blue dish. Yeah, look, piece of blue dish. My bad. There it is. It's just that easy. Look at that seashell. I'm going to make sure that picking up little shells like this, that you're not bringing ants with you. There's podocarpus. They seem to be scattered all through here. Like maybe this was a nursery at one time. Plastic. back to our bleeding heart, if that's in fact what it is. Look at this, got some ginger here. And this is a variety of the ginger cone. And this one gets this beautiful flower coming close. You see that? Look at that. Now, this is similar to the shampoo ginger, but that gets a more bulbous looking cone on it, like a pine cone, and it's very soft and filled with fluid. That's a beauty. So usually you don't get this. Somebody planted this. Look at the flower on this one right here. Isn't it gorgeous? I don't know how close up I can get. I'm going to try to push it to the extreme there, but look at that baby. So this is a variety of ginger, and I'm going to have to come back and find me a rhizome to dig up, because that's pretty. I want that in my yard. Appears to be scattered all the way out, over 100 feet back. So I'm sure there's one little clump that's easily reached. Oh, look at this. There's actually a path here. So let's go explore, people. Let's step down in this hole a little bit and see what we got here. Getting towards the end of the hike. Humidity's getting almost unbearable. So let's work our way down this hole. Some plastic bottles. There's a 55-gallon drum right there. Keeps going down into a hole. And there's the ginger. A lot of fern. More than likely there was a fernery here. And you get this much fern. I'm also seeing some cloth matting like they put down to break the weeds. Yeah, see, right. So this is under the canopy of the trees where they used to grow. What we got here? It's just a generic spaghetti sauce and not that old of a beverage bottle. Here's one of those old cabin style homes that you would expect to find out this way. And somebody's put an addition on it. That what a flat roof is an addition. The roof's been extended out a little bit too. But those are the type of shacks that you would have found. This one over here has seen 2 additions. Where the original V-peak is the actual original home. It almost looks like a mobile home with addition on it. And it may very well be. But I have farm workers, fernery workers living out here on a mobile home at one time. These beautiful red flowers and those of you that are just joining us right now, Florida History Hunter, and we're back on the original road as it would have looked 100 years ago plus. And this is the road to the Glenwood African American Cemetery, and with the property over here being for sale, 14 plus acres. There may come a time when you won't be able to get back here to look at this. So we're just returning the earlier video. I might actually tag this in with the other video, make it one long video. So we're in Glenwood, Florida, African American Cemetery, which overlooked the railroad, and was located a block away from the Glenwood train depot. So I imagine that there must have been a church back here of some kind, and shacks, homes, cabins, real close to the tracks and real close to work. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Florida History Hunter.